My YouTube fam, what a topic I have for you today. And this topic, I'm not going to get the full credit for this one, guys. This topic was actually brought up in the comment section by one of my viewers of my channel. And his name is Ruben Herrera. I'm going to put it right there with exactly what he wrote. And guys, if I mess up exactly on what he wrote, you can read it right there anyways. And it was about what is too much of a small collection or too much of a large collection, and that's a great topic to touch on. But before I even get to that, guys, yes, everything I get, I try to give you the info immediately. I just finished getting the Hellstar t-shirt. I was trying it out and I said, you know what, let me do a review. But the truth is, guys, I only bought one t-shirt to try out the company. I hear the hype. I see everybody wearing it. People are emailing me, commenting, hey, bro, Primo, what do you try Hellstar? What do you think of Hellstar? And I got to give it a shot. For now, the most I could tell you guys about this company, it's cool. I've seen a lot of interviews of the owner or founder, however you guys want to put it. And the company, I like what it stands for. I really like what it stands for. I have, a very similar way of thinking. And when it comes to the quality, boy, it's badass. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I have to buy a couple more. I started off with the regular tees, with their classic tee. This is just a classic. I'll give you a little back right there, guys. This is just a classic tees of Hellstar. These run, I think, for 120 or 130, something like that. And then they have the capsules. And the capsules are 250, 350, 400. I'm talking about out of control stash. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to be spending that much amount of money on my first t-shirt just to try out a brand. So what can I say about it? Just in case you're listening, I'm going to be buying a lot more. And I really dig it. I think it's dope as shit. It's just me personally. I think it's cool. And big shout out to everybody over at Hellstar. Great job. I love everything about it. And by the way, this is a large. It's a little oversized, but to me, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, back to the point, guys. And what is a small collection? What is a collection? And what if it's too large? You guys get the point of what I'm about to say right now. Guys, when it comes to collecting sneakers, I'm going to tell you a little bit by the top of how I started with the most open heart I can be. I'm going to be 100% honest, as honest as I can, without being vulgar or something like that. But with open heart, when I started buying sneakers, guys, I started buying sneakers because at first I couldn't afford them. And I used to say to myself, the day I could afford sneakers, I want to buy every shoe that every kid ever rubbed in my face. I remember going to school and there was always the kids that, like I said, I'm gonna be full transparent here. Their fathers were big time drug dealers, and the grand majority guys. It wasn't a great neighborhood or nothing like that. And the kids that had cheddar in there, they used to get dropped off with Benzos, the Ferraris, you know, the Cubans with all the gold chains. You know what I'm saying? They had a little white popping over here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, guys. Tony Montana era. We're talking about early 90s and stuff like that, late 80s. You know, even though I don't remember the 80s very much, I have very good memories, but not to that extent, but up to, early 90s. I remember perfectly clear my friends that would come out of school. And these kids had a very big ego, and they used to show off their shoes to everybody. Oh, look at the new Jordans I'm wearing. Or back then it was like the Reebok Classics and stuff like that, or leather, or the suede ones. Woo. So, guys, I used to wear Payless. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't loaded like that. Even though my old folks try to give me everything, as best as they can. And I'm not there to take no credit out of it. But thank God, things change around in life, and we started coming up. And I remember already when I got to buy my first pair of J's, and they weren't number Jordans. They were actual Jumpman Pro Quakes. Yes, the black, white, and blue pairs that I wish I could get them. I'm not gonna pay that resale price. I'm not gonna pay that. But as soon as those shoes come out, those are gonna be that none number Jordan that I'm gonna wear. You know, the one that everybody make fun of. You know, the budget Jordans. But I am gonna get that. But anyways, those were my first pair of Jordans ever I had in my life. So guys, anyways, to make the story short, uh, it started off like that. Then I got to afford my first pair of Jordans. That if I recall perfectly fine, it was actually some pine green. It was back then, Jordan ones, and it started off like that. Coming up in the game, guys, doing what I had to do, I just made a lot of cheddar, and just started buying shoes, buying shoes, buying shoes, buying shoes. A lot of Air Forces too, a lot of shoes. Just everything I would see, popping money, bro. 120, 180, whatever it was back then. I didn't care. I just wanted to buy shoes, to be 100% honest with you, just to show off. I just wanted to I'll be like, yo, dude, the same way they rubbed it in my face, I'm going to rub it in their face. That now I could afford it. Until I got older. I'm trying to cut the story as fast as possible, guys. Until already I got older. And it all happened the day I got married. When I realized how much love I had for sneakers. And I got married at a very young age, guys. And right when I got married in a pair of Air Forces, pine green. I'll never forget in my life. Pine green Air Forces. And that's when it hit me. And I was like, yo, dude, I'm actually getting married in Air Forces. I didn't pick no suit. I didn't pick no Jordans. It was some pair of Air Forces. That's what I wanted to get married with. Mind you, guys, very young over here. We're talking about back in 2005. So, very happy, very, very cool, all good and gravy. And coincidentally, my firstborn came to the world, and I was wearing a pair of Air Forces too. And it clicked even more. It was more like, yo, I was wearing this when I got married, and then now my son was born. I'm rocking a pair of Air Forces too. And yo, I remember when I did this, and I remember when I did that, and I remember when I got laid over here. And I'm being honest with you guys. I told you, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you guys. And I started building memories. All these memories started coming, and I started connecting them with shoes. At this time, guys, to not lie to you, I probably had around 400 or 500 pair of sneakers already. But when this happened to me, I started slowing it down. I started slowing down the roll. I started, buying more shoes that I liked. I started buying all the retros that would come out. I started, everything was more smoothed down. 2009, I did the actual video of my first Space Jams I ever got in my life. Actual pair of Jordan 11s. I'm gonna remind you that up to like 2008, 2009, I didn't really know I wasn't like hardcore. I knew all the Jordans, but I wasn't hardcore like I knew what Dornbeckers or any of that crap was. I just bought shoes. That's why I'm going to get to that detail. It was up to 2009 that already I really got hardcore into it. That I was like, yo, I got to know the names of everything. That wasn't extremely hype like the Wu-Tangs or the Terror Squad Blackouts. That was all mythical creatures from the ether, Everybody knew those shoes. And of course the Jordans. So at that time I started slowing down already and more buying shoes that I liked. I started buying Yeezys, like right there in that wall right here, in this little wall right here. I have a bunch of Yeezys that are actual original Yeezys that came out, original set Yeezys. This one right here, these right here, the Turtle Doves. These right here are the actual ones that I paid the $2,500 for when they first came out. These right here. And yes, Granny's house. These are right here. And guys, I started, but I would buy what I really liked. That's all I started doing. Until last year. That last year I went ballistic. And now I have boxes. Boxes. Just laying around. Boxes. More boxes. Just laying around constantly. The whole back right here. All of it is filled with shoes. And I have not reviewed any of them. Then it hit me. And that's why I did the video I did. Of what is to have now over 1,000 pair of sneakers and I don't even wear them. So when I said to keep it small, guys, I meant more buy what you love and what you really want to wear. Not because somebody said they wanted it or somebody thinks it's cool. And I'm saying this right now because I've already gotten a few emails. Primo, I'm going to buy these shoes because you like them. Once again, I don't know these individuals' ages, but that's not what this channel's for. I don't want that. I do not want that. If I know people are going to start buying shoes just because I like the shoe, you're dead wrong. That's not what this is for. At all, whatsoever. And when I said to keep it small, guys, I'm going to give you a quote. I'm going to give you a quote that I read once on a wall, and it changed my life forever. And it said, I don't know who wrote this. I just read it. It had a picture with like I know it was a picture of Mexico, and it was like a Mexican native person, Aztec or something like that. It was on the picture, and it just had the quote on the side. But it was like a modern picture type of thing. And it said, I used to cry because I had no shoes to wear until I saw another kid with no legs. And I said to myself, I once again, when I read this, and if I'm misquoting it a little bit, guys, I'll find it and I'll put it there for you guys. But I remember it. It's just there ingrained in my mind. And that always stayed in there of saying, my brother, I don't need none of this shit. You understand? You guys have no idea how blessed you are to even have a pair of shoes. Because that quote says it best. You understand? There's kids in this world. Maybe the quote to certain people is exaggerated, but I understand fully what it is. There's children, there's people, full blown adults that don't even have shoes to wear. And we're talking about having a collection of sneakers. Sometimes, guys, I chose to do this to make a difference. And for me to break the cycle of the disgustingness that's happening in YouTube. I give you the reviews, you guys make your decision, but I will never tell you you have to buy the shoe. That to me is disrespectful. It's disrespectful, guys. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about making somebody believe that there's something big behind this. This is a luxury that I am blessed to be able to have. That truthfully, all you need is one pair. So don't you ever, the first thing you have to do is remove that word collecting out of your head. Collection, you're going to always suffer. Because you know what collection is? Constantly having to compare yourself with others. And always, I got more shoes than you. And I got better sneakers than you. And I paid $2,500. You didn't. Doesn't that sound bad already? Just imagine if I stand right here, yo, I paid $2,500 for this, and I got the money, I got the cheddar, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that's nice, bro? I can tell you I paid $2,500 for it. But not tell you, yo, look what I paid. I'm a bad motherfucker. Excuse me for the word. I'm trying to, not say as much cussing on this one as possible. Because I don't know who's listening to me. But do you think that's cool, bro? You know what I'm saying? I chose to be a reviewer. I chose to be a reviewer. The grand majority of these YouTubers literally rub it in your face. They rub it in your face. And they tell you what they got. They take out the giant wads of money. You would never see me do that shit. Never. You know why? Because I know what it is to be poor. You know what's the messed up part about it is? That the grand majority of the people that watch them are actually the poor people. The poor people. And then they lie to themselves saying, because I want to be like that one day. No, you know how you want to be in this life one day? You want to be humble in this life. Be humble. I don't care how many shoes I got. You could take all that shit right back for just mental clarity. I do this because I love it. I love this shit. I love sneakers. I grew up with it. But I was very honest with you guys right now and saying that I first started off just to show off. Not anymore. A year ago, I went ballistic, like I said, buying sneakers just to grow this channel. And you know what's funny? That I've noticed that people have more love for me and they care more about the shenanigans and me making people laugh than the actual shoe. You know why? Because these cats know real recognizes real. Remember that. That world that you see on YouTube, they're all frauds. Take it from me, man. I've been in the industry since I was 19 years old. I hosted real TV shows, syndicated TV shows. I know how all that works, and they're all a bunch of fakes. They don't like cats like me. But you know what's funny? Nobody's gonna stop me from running them over. It ain't gonna stop, and it ain't gonna happen. So, what is the best collection you have? Whatever you enjoy. Whether it's one sneaker or a million. If you enjoy it and you're humble to this life and know that you're blessed to even have a pair of sneakers, you have it all, baby. You have it all. You know what I'm saying? Guys, that's all I can say, and I think I rambled enough already. Till next time, everybody. I love you all, and I'm always wishing you the best. Peace.